This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the Knicks. We keeping the foot on the what? On the Knicks. Let's talk about it, man. We saw All Access. And a prediction king strikes again. And a prediction king strikes again. Didn't He Knows Everything tell you guys this? All Access episode 2 told you Terence Crawford finally alluded to what I told you he was. A mama's boy. I told you guys. Budman fans are mama's boys. Did he not say out of his own rabbit ass mouth? My father wasn't always there. And a prediction king strikes again. And a prediction king strikes again. I'm happy that his father's there now. But that's a severe disadvantage. Because Errol the True Spence had his father all the way through and through. Line upon line and precept upon precept. Every time Errol the True Spence is training, whether if he's doing strength and conditioning, whether if he's doing supreme plyometric work. I told you guys, Blu-ray who? That $2 rental? He's not at the highest levels of strength and conditioning. Let me say it again. I told you, Blu-ray who? Blu-ray that $2 rental? I told you guys, he's not at the highest levels of strength and conditioning. Look at the strength and conditioning coach he has, Melvin Flanders. This guy's teaching him the highest levels of scientific strength and conditioning. This is shit that the elites of football players, the elites of elites wrestlers, the elites of the elites in all other genres of sports, CrossFit, you fucking name it, world's strongest men. This shit that Errol the True Spence is doing to his body, corrective training. The fact that Errol the True Spence is making sure that his body is functioning on all cylinders, whoosh, you don't want that. You don't want a megalodon shark that's rested. You don't want a megalodon shark at full force. Let me say it again. You don't want a megalodon shark that's rested. You don't want a megalodon shark at full force. Because at the end of the day, the calm comes before the storm. And Errol the True Spence learned that from Mayweather. See, Mayweather used to do them parties right before he fight. Because he knew, get down on it. Get down on it. Get down now. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down now. He knew you got a boogie before you boogie. Whoosh. That went over the Rudy Poo and the Plum Plum Braids heads. That went over the classic notes and the troglodytes heads. That went over the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric heads. But the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here got it. You gotta boogie before you boogie. It's the calm before the storm. And the calm before the storm is this. Understanding that the battle is won before you even stepped into the war. Understanding that you've already visualized how many times you have tactically aggressed him. You have visualized how many times you have technically punching placed him. And you have visualized how many times you have body snatching worked him. Because at the end of the day, it's a levying onslaught of a punishment style. It's a conglomeration of punishment. Punishment is on the menu. And Terence Crawford is going to get punished. So the training that Errol the True Spence is doing, it's alpha molding and training. The separation, the fact that his father's always been there. You heard him in All Access episode 1. Me and my father have always been together. It's like now we're like brothers. A man cannot artificialize. He cannot imitate an active father in the home. He cannot imitate a father role model. He cannot imitate a father figure. He cannot imitate a father presence. Either you have it or you don't. Come July 29th, you're going to see the distinction, the delineation, the separation. Because at the end of the day, the mama is not going to be dancing. The dancing shoes is not coming out. Because this is not about mama's boy parlay. This is about Errol the True Spence and his father boogieing. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down there. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down now. Y'all ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about, but come July 29th, you're gonna understand why it's so pivotal for a man to have a father in the home. Because he never wavers. He never loses focus, like Errol the True Spence told you in All Access episode 2. Focus, focus, focus. Because at the end of the day, Terence Crawford doesn't even sound sure. Because out of his own rabbit ass mouth, he said, well, I've came up with scenarios in my mind. What if? There ain't no what if with the truth. Because the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. And those whom the truth set free are free indeed. Guys like Bernie the boxer. He ain't no fucking boxer. He said, it ain't about the hype, it's about the truth. How you in Terence Crawford's camp calling it ain't about the hype, it's the truth? If I was Terence Crawford, I would have fired his rabbit ass. You're mentioning the truth. And who's the truth? Like Freddie Rose said, they call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist. What era did we leave? We left the Mayweather era. What era did we usher in? We ushered into the Spence era. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat tube telefashion. Ira keeps the foot on the what? On the Knicks. Ira keeps the foot on the what? On the Knicks. This is He Knows Everything. Checking out.